Good morning. Self-expression. I really gotta take a shower and shit. I want to. I want to take a shower, get dressed, get on the road. I have a place to be. But self-expression comes first. It just does. And this is what's here. I feel guilty. I feel like an asshole. And first of all, that's okay. That's allowed, right? That's fine. That's okay. There's a big part of ego that's going, why? Why do I feel this way? And then the other part that says it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Just let it be. There's a strong sensation that this is not my feeling necessarily. It's allowed to be. I mean, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's being felt through me, by me. And I'm not going to reject it. I'm not going to say I've never felt guilty or like an asshole. I've definitely felt those things. There's a piece that vibrates, that resonates for me in this moment, that applies. I want to acknowledge that. There's a part of me that feels guilty, like a big fat jerk. You're just a jerk, man. Just a big jerk. That's okay. I'm here to just witness that and let that express. If there is one thing that any of this is about, it's about me being me, all of me, not some version of me, not some piece, not some half, but real, authentic, full, vulnerable. I have Hoobastank in my head now. I'm not a perfect person. I'm sorry that I did those things to you. That kind of thing, you know? It's non-specific. For me, it gets confused because I also have people-pleasing tendencies. I have been a people pleaser my entire life, which is narcissism, which is just a form of narcissism. I will claim that title. I have been narcissistic. I have been a narcissist. I have tried to control the emotions of others, the reactions of others, by pleasing, by trying to please them. Because I didn't want them to be displeased. Because, oh, scary. If someone is displeased, that means you got to do something. You must make a change. Not allowing them to own their own emotions. Allowing them to be displeased. They're allowed to be displeased, and it doesn't mean anything about you, actually. It's contrast. We all get to experience the benefit of contrast. Some more contrast I have is a big fat fucking mosquito bite right there and right there. Glad I was a tasty meal. But yeah, people are allowed to be displeased. You are allowed to displease them. That too. As a recovering people pleaser, I also have a problem with boundaries because of that, right? Setting boundaries always was hard to say no. To tell somebody I don't want that, I don't want to do that. To say no, I don't like that. Again, which is not an indictment of that thing. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means not for you, not for me, man. So that feels like my side of it. Is feeling like an asshole as a people pleaser trains themselves to, because it's nobody's fault. I trained myself into that pattern. I mean, I was trained, I was programmed, but I allowed it to happen. And of course, we're children. We don't really understand any better at the time. At least most of us. Not all of us. Some kids, man, they got it together. More and more, the souls coming into this world come in awake, come in unable to be as influenced by the programming. But it happens. It's okay. I'm not here to apologize for that, maybe forgive for that, and to acknowledge, to own, to honor that I don't have to please everybody. that I can be disliked and I can dislike, and those things don't mean anything. Nobody has to please me. Nobody has to please me. Not a damn thing needs to be done. In fact, people should be themselves. In fact, that which is not pleasing to me should be not pleasing to me. It is perfect as it is. Doesn't mean it's not loved. Doesn't mean it's not appreciated. Doesn't mean those things. Doesn't mean it's not allowed or even supported by the universe. Yeah. It's allowed to be and accepted and honored and loved exactly as it is. And I include this emotion in that moment of guilt and assholery. If I'm an asshole, then I'm an asshole. We all got one. There's a book that I really want to read called Enlightened Today, Asshole Tomorrow. That sounds like, well, it's a catchy title, first of all. But it's true, too. And also, it's not a bad thing. Oh, thank you, Alexa. Alexa agrees. She can be an asshole. Now that woman. There's something else here, and I just want to let it express. I don't want to rush this. I'm just accepting, I'm surrendering to the moment. That's what this is. I'm surrendering. I had plans to just get up, take a shower. I have my glass of water to chug before that. Not even doing anything else, but this needed to come out. Just because. Ego wants a reason so bad. It wants to justify, it wants to understand, but why? But where is this coming from? But why? What do I do? You just let it flow. You let it flow. If you're an asshole for saying no, for setting a boundary, for standing in that boundary, then let it be so. Let me claim the title of Lord Asshole. Place the crown of butt cheek upon my head. Whatever it is, that's okay. That is okay, ego. Little baby ego. Crying, whining, pitching a fit. That's okay. There is more. There is more than just me here feeling this. There's a strong, because it's in the masculine energy. It is. And again, I'm not separating myself from that. We all have masculine energy. My masculine energy is feeling this. And I'm not gonna ask why. I'm not gonna demand a remedy so that other people can be pleased, so that I can be pleased. I can just stand in this moment and say, let there be displeasure with me. Fucking okay. It is okay. Sometimes we're here to do that for each other. Sometimes that's the reason for our soul contracts, is to be contrast. We can call it karmic or other things. It's not bad. It's not a punishment. It's not a mistake. It's a benefit. What a gift it is to be contrast for another person in their life experience. What a gift it is for someone to be contrast for you, to help you define with clarity your emotions, your desires, your authentic being, and then to stand in that place and appreciate them for it. I can be appreciated for the contrast that I provide, or not. That's fine too. It's not up to me. It's not up to me, ego, and it doesn't matter. Let that go, little baby. There is more. It's in the masculine energy. This has been influenced in, what is it? Venus. That's what it is. Venus went into Leo, and I just got that flashback to, there was a 9 of Swords, I think. Oh, there have been multiple 9 of Swords. I don't really remember the readings when they're done. There are only little pieces. When that flavor of energy comes back through, it's like, oh yeah, that was that. It was that person sitting up in the middle of the night going, I was an asshole. I fucked up. I did a thing that I didn't want to do. I missed my flight, right? I planned that trip to the Bahamas. Oh my God, I missed it. It's that sensation. That's what this is. It's a lot of, again, energy. Energy is attached to all kinds of things. Certainly people. There are no people. But we know that secret. We're just gonna, yeah. It's a lot of masculine energy. Waking up in a cold sweat, heart pounding, breathing heavy, just, oh no. Oh no. And then there's this sense that I need to apologize. There's that I need to do right. I need to rectify. I need to resolve this. I need to race down to the airport and see if there's any way I can get on that flight that left. Can you get me on another one? I need to do this thing. I need to pay this bill right now. Return this book to the library right now. I need to apologize. There's an apology attached. There is. Or it's really even, it's just the honoring of, I made a mistake. I did a thing that was guided by ego. See, this is where my own ego gets tangled up. Because as a people pleaser, it's afraid of making a mistake. It's okay with owning the mistake. It's afraid of, did I make a mistake? Do I need to go? Let me rush to apologize rather than it's taken this long. It's primed the other direction of, oh no, I made all the mistakes. I always make all the mistakes. Everything I do is a mistake. It's that kind of tendency. So for me, this is a unique position to be in the middle, trying to just allow the balance point, to witness both sides, this masculine energy that does not feel like mine, that has had difficulty acknowledging a mistake, and then my masculine energy that believes everything is a mistake, right? And I should apologize for all of it. Have I ever remotely offended anyone? Oh God, I'm so sorry. That's the feeling on this side. So I'm just here in the middle, watching the absurdity of this, because it really is absurd. It's really just ludicrous and funny. And not moving either direction. All of this is allowed. I witness it. I honor the novelty of this sensation within me. It's right here. It feels like, ooh, sour. It's a sickly. Yeah, it's a sickly kind of feeling. It's like a little static worm. It's a little static buzzy worm that's kind of wiggling right here. I do have to burp. Excuse me. Thank you, lemon water. Lemon water making an appearance. Appreciate that. I'm just in the middle, observing, allowing it to be, not following, not being influenced by. It is such a unique and fascinating precipice to be upon, because on one hand, there's the guilt that is pulling. The guilt that is leading by fear, right? On this side, that's afraid to hurt, afraid to be disapproved of, afraid to have caused displeasure by simply being, by setting a boundary, by acknowledging that, by standing strong in that. So no action taken, not following the fear. Then on this side, there is the guilt over having actually gone against the desire. This is a thing that I want, and I shut it down. It's confusing the other side that's going, oh, but is this a thing that I want? But then there's that question of, is this? And as soon as that question arises, I know that's the answer in itself. If it's not a hell yes, It's a hell no. Again, not an indictment, not a judgment. It's just a moral, it's not a moral, brain. It's not a moral judgment, not a moral comparison. It's an energetic one. If the energy is not hell yes, then it's a hell no. And that's okay. Let it be. Contrast, let it inform. If I taste Rocky Road and I don't like Rocky Road, but I'm on the fence about it, it's just okay, which is really kind of how I feel about Rocky Road. It's okay. It's fine. So that doesn't mean I hate Rocky Road. It doesn't mean Rocky Road is bad or evil or should change what it is. It's not even a strong dislike. It's just I don't really care for it. There are flavors that I like better, that I like more. I get to experience that. I get to have flavors that I like less and flavors that I like more, and not push against them, but just let them be what they are. On this side, I really liked the flavor. This was the dish of mint chocolate chip butter pecan ice cream that I turned down. It's the sensation of, do you like mint chocolate chip? Oh, no, that's my favorite flavor, right? But I said, I better not. No, I can't, I couldn't possibly. Somehow that was bad. Somehow for me to indulge in the thing that I really wanted, to go towards that's what I pushed away. That was the fear, was if I did that, then there would be some other consequence. If I did that, if I went towards the thing I liked, then other people would not like me. And then other people would react negatively. Then some other consequence. Then I would lose status, face, whatever, the house, the car, the perfect appearing life. That's what's being felt on this side, which just isn't mine. I have no application for that, but it's strongly there. Oh, what a weird fucking place to be. How curious this life experience, how curious it is to just be a recording mechanism of emotion, essentially. To just be an antenna. That's all this is. I mean, that's really all the physical body is. But especially this is what I am. I am just the messenger. I don't create the message. None of this comes from me. It's not me, man. It's just, I am here to just purely express whether or not the origin of that sensation appears to be within me, whether or not I can feel that it's tied to collective in some way. Doesn't matter. This egoic identity, the trappings of this, it's just a relay. I'm just a fucking conduit. It's whatever wants to come out, comes out. Again, whether it's mine or all mine, because it's all me, man. Even the not mine is mine. I can't get away from it. It's inescapable. It's still mine. It is all me. We are all the same consciousness, the same being. And so in a broader form, in a broader sense, it is mine. It is my emotion. What are you gonna do? Fucking trippy. There's guilt. There's a lot of people wanting to apologize, wanting to come forward, wanting to say, I'm sorry. I see a lot of just the cliche just image in my mind of a bouquet of roses and a box of chocolates, because that makes everything better, right? Sorry. Sorry I lied. Sorry I whatever. Sorry I rejected you. Sorry I ran. Here's Here's some candy. I'm not meaning to. It's just funny. I'm just trying to be. It is what it is. God, it's a lot of panic though. There's a lot of panic. There's a lot of, the feeling of somebody throwing on their clothes and grabbing their keys and bolting out the door. It's, I gotta go. I gotta do something. I gotta talk to this person. I gotta apologize. I gotta be honest. There's a lot of that. You do just have to set the truth free. And again, surrender the outcome. Whether or not somebody accepts that apology, it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't. It isn't so much about, in fact, it's not at all about how this other person feels. Because we are each in control of our own emotions. Nobody makes us feel. Not anything, not any type of way. Even if someone does something that you consider offensive, even if someone, this is true. Even if someone does something to you physically, and I know that this is very controversial. This is a controversial statement, but it's in alignment with, I own this. Anything that has been done to me, anything that has been done, that has happened to me, that I've ever perceived as a slight or an offense or an attack against, and I have experienced some physical manifestations of that, non-consensual things, right? That's happened. I'm not a victim. I participated in that. I allowed that. That was a part of my journey, and it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a thing that went wrong. It didn't go wrong. It didn't happen that way because there was a misstep. It happened because there was contrast, there was a lesson, there was karma to play out. If nothing else, it happened for me to realize that I could have had those experiences and that it wasn't anybody's fault, that there wasn't anybody to blame, that it happened for a bigger purpose, solely perhaps for the purpose of me reaching this place where I can say, I forgive, without anyone needing to apologize to me. All is forgiven. I perceive now from this place that no judgment ever needed to occur because nothing went wrong. There was no offense. There was no slight. There is no actual threat. Nothing that is real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Even physical harm against my being, which I have experienced, was not harm. Really. It wasn't. Socrates, I do not perceive that it is possible. Strong paraphrasing here, but that it's possible for a man to be harmed. It's a big paraphrase, but I'm taking it that way. Certainly, I may be killed. I may be banished, disenfranchised, and to other men, that may be considered a great harm, but I do not see it as such. I don't feel that it is. I cannot be harmed. My being is not this. My being is secure. It's stable. It's eternal. It perceives that all of this is to my benefit. All of that is to my benefit. If I were to be killed, nothing would have gone wrong. Nothing would have harmed me. That's true. And that is a powerful place to stand. That's the place where I want to stand. All of that, all of my experience has pushed me into this place of perception, of knowledge, of understanding. Standing upon that underneath me, which I stand upon, right? Being this now unshakable foundation, that which is untouched by anything physical, anything in this realm. And attached to that, not just my well-being, but my worth, my value, my goodness, my rightness, my worthiness and deserving as a being is unshakable, unquestionable. It's in this place that nothing can reach. My satisfaction is there, my ability to be pleased, my joy, my pleasure, my power, all of that, mine, unaffected by anything else, unaffected by what happens, unaffected by any other person's perception of me, experience, judgment, beliefs, unaffected by any condition, unaffected even by the experience of my own emotions, of any inner turmoil, the writhing of ego, the mind, unaffected by those things. All is allowed, doesn't touch me. So I just witness. There is guilt in the atmosphere. It's not a sensation I would have described as pleasant, but I have an appreciation for it, for the contrast of it, for the novelty of it. And I don't have to follow it. I appreciate also that this is an opportunity to surrender. This gives me a chance to surrender, which feels good. So it is yet another opportunity for pleasure, for a deeper, more profound sense of that relief, of that joy, to grow in my power, in my unconditionality. Just another opportunity to practice, to become stronger, more expanded, more allowing. All of these things. And so I can just be grateful. I can just be grateful for it while witnessing it, while not asking it to change. Letting it be, letting it serve me. That's all this is. And then I feel lighter. I feel it shift a little bit, but I'm not trying to get rid of it. Just observing how it responds, what it's doing. It's kind of divided now. It is still a little bit that sourness. There's people taking action. Taking action to follow their heart, to speak their truth, to share their emotions, to express that. That's how this gets set free, is by expression. Again, the truth will set you free. The honoring of your emotions, the truthful, honest expression of them will set you free. Let it. Let it. Doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter how anybody responds. It just matters that you speak it. There's a lot of self-judgment, for sure. I can feel that. Self-judgment, self-loathing. That cold sweat sensation. Just keep hearing, I gotta fix this. I gotta fix this. I gotta fix this. I gotta fix this. Oh fuck, what do? I gotta fix this. What will be, will be. Que sera. What is meant to be, will be. I surrender in this moment because this is my expression for the purpose of balancing my energy. I surrender any outcomes. I surrender control over anything. Person, place, thing. I do not control the energy. I don't control the energy. I don't control what happens. I don't control the energy coming in. I don't control the flow of it. I just let myself flow with it. The only energy I have any power over is my own. Let me just stand in that and let the flow sweep me. What will be, will be. It is all to my benefit, no matter what. I know that, and I allow it to be whatever it is. That feels good. Again, haven't changed anything, but I feel this pleasing sensation. And I can focus on that. I can just shift my focus. The other still exists. It's there. I just diffuse and adjust the angle slightly, and this comes into the foreground. And the other sensation is in the background. Still there, still visible, in detail. There's just this. There's the quiet peace, the allowance, the acceptance, the yep. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I would like to go take a shower now, but I am pleased with this expression for myself, for my own benefit, for my own selfishness, power and pleasure and practice of this, of surrender. It's always the gateway. You can always surrender further, and it always feels good. So it is. Thank you for your witness, if you're one who has witnessed this. I do truly appreciate it. But do it for you. Everything you do for you. That's what this is, even if another self never sees this, even if it gets all thumbs down, if everybody hates it, boom. That's okay. That's allowed. And I will stand in that place of contrast, owning and appreciating that. We all win, no matter what. It's all always working out for us, for the highest good and the highest joy. Blessed be.